Got your coffee? Y'all have your coffee. Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee and Convos. My name's Pat Gilmore and I am your host today. I'm the program director for the Leesburg Center for the Arts, and I'm also the staff member that facilitates the Coffee and Convos program. I am also an environmental artist. Today, we're celebrating Earth Day a few days early. Earth Day is officially Wednesday, April 22nd, but hey, why not make Earth Day every day? It's the only Earth we have. I'm here as an organic artist, as I'm sometimes called, and my job today is to inspire you to get outside and make something with nature's paint box. What you make doesn't have to be big, and it doesn't have to last for a long time. It's all about the experience, the process. It's about being out in the fresh air, touching and smelling the earth and the plants, and connecting to Mother Nature. All this social distancing is important. It's important for the health and safety of everyone. We have to stick with it. So our physical worlds have temporarily gotten a little bit smaller. The parks and preserves in our area are closed, but you can still get out into your backyard. I'm going to introduce you to my kind of environmental art by showing you some big and some small projects. The small projects you can do at home. The big ones we can all do together in the near future. Before I show you some backyard environmental art, I want to introduce you to a very unusual fellow. His name is Señor Pino. Pino is pitch pine in Spanish, and Señor Pino, who's about 4 feet tall, is constructed of approximately 400 pitch pine cones, all wired onto a chicken wire armature. Armature is the word is similar to a skeleton. He took quite a while to make. First, there was the foraging in the woods, gathering up pine cones, and then bending and shaping his skeleton. It was fun walking in the woods. The woods are awesome. And then it took 20 hours of wiring on his flesh, wiring those pine cones to the chicken wire armature. And pitch pine gets pretty sticky. So if you want to know how to get sap off your fingers, I have a YouTube video on my channel just for that. So some of you might be asking, why? Why make a pine cone man? Well, one, I always wanted to do it. I have no idea why, but I always wanted to make a pine cone man. And does art really need a reason? Well, there is too. There was a super cool national art competition that was only accepting 13 artists. I wanted to get in. In the call to artist, we needed to provide examples of our art and proficiency in our art. Now, I do weird art. I do environmental art. People don't even know what it is. So, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. So I built Señor Pino, and I staged this super fun photo shoot in a beautiful 1920s reconstructed garden. I did get into the competition, and I won. And Señor Pino was retired to a nearby state park to reside in the visitor center. And they really need to make sure they move him if they light a fire in that hearth in the picture. Okay, now that you've seen a big project that takes a long time, let's look at something smaller. My on-the-fly earth mandalas. As I speak, I'm going to stream some examples from one of my presentation videos. I have made mandalas in several countries, on a few continents, plus I give workshops. I take people out to the woods to forage, learn about mandalas, experience guided meditation, and then construct their mandalas in silence. It's a truly moving experience and sometimes cathartic. We don't have any phones. We have to turn them off. So we are out there in nature silently creating. But first things first, in a nutshell, as I don't have much time today, what is a mandala? Mandala is a Sanskrit word meaning circle, a circular vessel. You can use the word circle literally, as in these symmetrical designs, or figuratively, as in a circle of friends, or what I like to focus on, community. I began years ago making mandalas in the woods. I'm a big trail walker. I also would make them on the beach or in city parks. For me, they're a form of moving meditation. I don't plan them out. It's as if I just know when to stop and clear an area, and then everything I need to create a design is there. The art just happens. It's magical. I often feel that I'm just the instrument, and Mother Nature is using my hands to play her music. Tibetan monks make mandalas out of colored sand, and as they make them, they're in prayer, a prayer for the world. When their mandalas are finished, they destroy them. They wipe them away. The sand is put into the nearest body of flowing water to bring the prayer out to the world, and it demonstrates that life is impermanent, temporary, ephemeral. Everything passes. One's reminded that all we have is right here and now. Earth mandalas are similar. They blow away in the wind. I use photos to capture them, but even the big ones I make for retreat centers, national art shows, historic properties, state parks, and the ones I facilitate for community projects, even if they're wired down, they too will dehydrate and fall away. I often say, I don't make rotten art. I make art that rots. So I want to show you some of the bigger mandalas, but first, take a look at these kids. I was invited to a Nature's Maker Day at a children's museum up north, and the organizers provided baskets of foraged stuff. These kids had so much fun with Nature's Paint Box. Check out the crowns. Nature's Paint Box is touchable, full of texture and color and cool smells. If you're a parent, get the kids outside with Nature's Paint Box. Just keep them away from the poison ivy. Learn what it looks like and teach them too. And it's not just the little ones. Adults love making mandalas too. I often provide baskets of stuff for them to play with after my lecture. These photos are from 2 years ago at the Leesburg Center for the Arts. We had a big crowd, and it told us something. People are interested and want to stay connected to the earth and the outside. So let's segue into talking about another big project, and it's called an earth loom. Earth looms are fantastic community projects, and this year, on February 1st, Leesburg got its very first earth loom. The DAR, Daughters of American Revolution, and the LCWA, Lake County Water Authority, put on an event for Mary Ellen Robertson Day at Borley Historic Nature Park. They invited me, via the Leesburg Center for the Arts, to create an earth loom. Thanks to Kim Wenzel, who helped me square lash the frame and warp the loom. It was a bit rainy and chilly that day, but the earth loom was loved by all, and it got finished that day and hung in the preserve for at least 6 weeks afterwards, so visitors to the park could enjoy it. The city of Altamont Springs heard about it and invited me to create one for their Earth Day celebration at Lotus Lake Park. But alas, we have to take a rain check on that one this year. You can make your own earth loom. It doesn't have to be big. All you need is to forage for some sticks, the things you want to weave through your loom, and grab some string. It's easy, and I'll put a little video at the end so you can get an idea how. There's much to create outside. How about some fairies? Here's one I made in California, and another one I made in Argentina. They're simple, they're fun, they're fresh, and you can do it right in your backyard. I have a lot more photos of my environmental art, and that's another time because there's just not that much time today. I give presentations and hope to get people to connect art and nature because I think they come from the same source. And I want people to care about the environment. If I can get people back into nature by making art, then they will fall in love with the outdoors. It's all too easy to not take care of something that you're not familiar with. Adults need to get out there because they are the ones that bring the kids. And what a wonderful celebration that is. That's it. We're out of time. Another day we can talk about my earth art dresses. And I do want to mention this. If you would like to host a CNC, Coffee and Combos, do please contact me at programs@leesburgarts.com and we'll chat. And if you're interested in getting an in-person lecture, go to getintonature.com. That's getin2nature.com and contact me through there. And we'll work it out. Okay, so everybody make sure you get out of the house and off the computer and breathing in really fresh air and getting some sun and reconnecting to the earth. Stay connected. Benji, come on up. Come on up this way. Come on up this way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Show us the way. Show us the way to the amphitheater. Here we go. Show us the way. Go ahead. Go ahead. Show us the way. All the way up. See this place? Hello. Can I see this place? Let's see if I can zoom in and still hold the dog. Oh, hello, mosquito. All right. This is my theater. So expect to have a presentation a little later on in the summer. And I'm not usually that formal to have you sitting up on stadium style, but this is a great place to be doing a workshop on mandalas, making nature art, and it's really, really lovely. Just about done making an even circle with my little trick if I don't have any string. So let me ask you, what would you fill in? It's the beginning of June, so what would you find on the trails and what would you fill in? I've already chosen the center. It's this little tree. Well, there are sticks, there are pine cones, there are, what else here? A little dog, my pack, oak leaves. And, well, are you getting the idea? There are colors and textures. All sorts of things if you use your imagination. Yes, we've added some moss, and look, I found a few of the green pine cones. Not all uniform size, but that's okay. And look, there are some completely different pine cones, very, very close to where we started here. So I wish I had more time, but I actually have a little bit of a hike to get back to the parking lot and get home. So if I had come earlier in the day, I could have filled in the circle. Had I known, I would have been foraging along my walk instead of not foraging along my walk. But this is just a little idea of what you can do by using your imagination, opening your eyes, and seeing the colors and the textures in the woods. Nature's paint box. Oh my goodness, hear that motor? Somewhere up there, they'll be down here again. It's really hard to find things to forage, but today I just wanted to make a little fairy something or other out of scraps. We've got leaves. This is the monkey tree branches, and this is from a sycamore, and this is after the sycamore pods get old. So there you go. Yep. Very fast because it's a bit breezy. I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we just did a little foraging outside so that you can see what goes into a little personal art loom, and also maybe a mandala too. So we're going to do some gathering very quickly. I had cut back my ficus, so we're going to use these limbs here, this in the refuse pile. I'm trying not to cut anything that doesn't need to be cut in the garden. And there's other things that we can use. There's beautiful leaves. We can grab some. Normally I don't like pulling things, but these will be pulled anyway. They're in my garden. This isn't a weed, but I am going to cut some of it because I use it in cooking. This is a very spicy Mexican oregano, and I'm out of it in the kitchen, so I need to bring some more in to dry. So we can add that too. It's very fragrant. And what's behind me? Let's see. What's behind me? Rosemary. We need some more of that in the kitchen too, so we can incorporate that into our loom. Okay, let's go just snipping up the ficus, or whatever you find you want to use outside. You can do that. I could have used the bamboo, but its stems are a bit hollow, so it doesn't work very well to weave through because it'll bend. So you don't have to be even. And you just get your 4 pieces. And these are my outdoor mandala making scissors. So I chose to make this a square. So we'll just put it together as a square using jute. Couple pieces of jute. And then we'll be ready to warp it. So we put this through. It will help us weave all the other ones. So we're just going over, under pattern on here. I find the kids pick this up pretty well. All right, and push this up to the top. So let's see. What will we first bring through? How about a piece of bamboo? So we want to go under here, under here, under, 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 and over. Yeah. And we'll just cut that. How about one of the weeds? I know what's in a weed anyway.